This wasn't how it was supposed to go.
Hello and welcome to the Eisendrache, the map that is definitely not Origins. I mean, yeah, it took place directly after Origins. It even involves a giant and wonder weapons that you need to build individually for individual.
Hold on, wait a minute.
What?
Wait a minute.
What is it?
Are you playing the Eisendrache?
Yes?
Didn't you just do a video on the Eisendrache?
Is that a problem?
I'm just saying you should really do a video on something else. I mean, come on.
I'm sorry, are you running this YouTube channel?
No, I'm just saying, you gotta appeal to your audience, you gotta do things that are interesting.
No, you know what, just get out.
What?
Just get out.
No,
No,
come on,
no,
man.
just get out.
No,
Get out.
Get out now, come on, no, don't do it, no, get out, leave, get out, go. You need to appeal to your audience. I do not care, get out. Call of Duty Ghost is better.
I hate that guy. Element 115. I mean, I know where they were going with the idea of Element 115, but they've just run it into the ground to the point where they're using it as an excuse for everything working the way it does.
Initiating 115.
I mean, sure, I appreciate some of the things it can do, but then again, when you look outside the map and you see a floating truck and boxes, you're just thinking, why are you doing the Undercroft? So the first time you go down here, it's incredibly boring and there's nothing here until you stand on 4 individual panels, at which point the pyramid in the middle will glow blue along with everything else in the room, and all of a sudden it's just zero gravity and you can just leap around the place like you're on the bloody moon. One thing this does allow you to do is run along the walls that are in the room, which is just so enjoyable on this map, but don't think for a second that that's a good way to get away from zombies, because these zombies have got their Jordans on, let me tell you that.
Surrounded, huh?
Death Ray. So you know those plasma balls you used to see in shops all the time? And you'd like put your finger on it, and a bit of electrical energy would then touch your finger through the glass, and you thought you were going to get severe finger cancer. Times that by 100, and then put 2 of them on the roof of an ancient castle, and you pretty much get the Death Ray.
Hey, freak bags! Didn't you see the warning signs?
Tram. So you want a droppable perk, do you? Well, now you've got to work even more for it. I mean, I can kind of get the idea behind this, especially since you can get things like blood money from the tram, but if I get a droppable perk, I just want to get the droppable perk, especially if you go down there and you get a nuke or a carpenter or something. I don't want that. Death Machine. Rocket. I mean, I'd say just don't go down here, ever. You will die, but the game makes you go down there for so many reasons, and it's so annoying. It's not necessarily it's a bad place to be because of zombies, it's just the fact that, every 5 minutes or so the rocket will just decide to do a test run.
Rocket test beginning.
How about no?
Yeah, just don't go down there. Eisendrache. Roughly translated from German as Iron Dragon. There are 3 locations around these map where these guys can be found, and you need to feed these greedy bastards 8 zombies to satisfy their needs. Not to mention this taking absolutely ages, but some of the areas where you need to do it are just so impractical, it just constantly gets you killed. Especially since it seems like they don't do anything. After you feed them 8 zombies, they just sort of turn to stone and die. However, if you do feed all 3 of them, you will actually get a reward out of it. Wrath of the Ancients. Making your way down to the Undercroft, you'll come across a suit of shining armor just sort of lying there, and behind that suit of shining armor you will find a bow. This bow fires explosive arrows and is absolutely amazing, and you need it on this map. And if anything, this bow just proves that Americans have no concept of other cultures ever. I mean, just listen to this.
I bet even a famous archer couldn't have pulled that shot off.
Seriously? Dempsey? Really? I mean, I appreciate you're in a high-pressure situation here, but if I was in that situation, I'd just go, oh, well, I bet even the South Korean archery world champion Kibo Bay couldn't even come up with that shot. I mean, why wouldn't you think of that? Stormbow! Okay, so it fires lightning, but it's not the lightning staff.
Come on, guys. How about a little breathing room?
It's stormy? I don't get it.
Fry and burn, meat puppets!
Magma bow. It fires fire, but it isn't the fire staff. I mean, did they just run out of ideas or something? Demon bow. They definitely ran out of ideas. And it's not even the concept of this bow that's the most ridiculous thing about it. It's actually the upgrading steps in order to get it. I mean, the arrow that you need to reforge actually gives you commands. And it's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, you need to sacrifice a zombie to it, find 6 skulls randomly placed around the map, then feed those 6 skulls a crawler each, and then you need to guess his name.
What? What the fuck?
And to make it worse, his name changes every single game. I mean, talk about indecisive. Wolfbow. What? Wolfbow. Wolfbow? Okay, I'm done. I'm just... The weird thing about this bow is that the idea behind it isn't actually that crazy. It's basically just the spirit of this king's wolves being put into this weapon. And for some reason in the Zombies universe, that just makes sense. This is the bow I actually tend to run with whenever I play the Eisendrache. One, because it's amazing, it just kills everything.
Step right up, maggot sacks!
And 2, I get to play with my best friend Sparky. Launch pads. I mean, I'm no physicist, but... Yeah, I should be a pile of mush on the floor right now. Panzer Soldat. Oh, you've got to be fucked. These mechanical bastards return from Origins and are somehow more annoying? Like, how? How did you do that? Luckily, he doesn't have his claw anymore, which is honestly great, but then, for some unknown reason, they just decided to replace it with shock charges, which, you know, it's totally not annoying whatsoever. Although if you do have your wits about you, you'll realise that you can just kill him with traps extremely easily, especially the death ray, which, for some reason, lifts him up into the air, which... You know, it makes no sense, but at least it kills them. Ragnarok DG4.
What do you mean? No. Stop it. No, put the controller down.
No,
Put
no,
the controller
no,
down.
no,
Put
no,
the
no, no,
controller
no,
down.
no, 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 it's the control. And finally, skeletons.
Spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spine. Shrieking skulls will shock your soul and seal your doom tonight.
Yeah.